Okay, so in this lesson we're going to look at the percent proportion and how we use it. So you're going to take notes. You should get the note sheet from the teacher if you don't have it. So it's called the percent proportion. So the percent proportion that you're going to write down is over of equals percent over 100. This does not change. The percent is always with 100 because it's percent, so 100, and the is on the top, the of is on the bottom. So in order to do the problems today, you're going to have to read a sentence and then decide how we're going to use the percent proportion. So we're going to start with this one. It's going to say 60 is what percent of 150? So 60 is what percent of 150? So we're going to go to the number 60. And next to 60 is the word is. Okay, so then I'm going to draw my proportion. So I have two fractions. 60 is, so that's the top of this fraction. 60. And it says what percent of 150? So of is the second number, or the bottom number, and it's of 150, so that goes down here. On the bottom of this side is 100, always 100, and then we don't know this one, so I'm going to put a P for percent. Now to solving these, you multiply, so you're going to take 60 times 100, so we're going to multiply, and you can use a calculator, so make sure you got a calculator. So I'm going to take 60 times 100, which is 6,000. And then you're going to divide by this number. So you're going to divide by 150. So you divide by 150, and that equals 40. So your answer is 40%. And I need the symbol because the question was what percent. So my answer is 40%. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try 9 is what percent of 25? So it's a question. You're looking for an answer. So we have our two fractions. This is called our proportion. So 9 is, that goes on top. The is goes on top. The of goes on the bottom. 9 is what percent of 25? So of goes on the bottom. On the bottom here is always 100. And then our question says what percent? So I'm looking for a percent, so I'm going to use P for percent. Now to solve, we multiply. So we're going to take 9 times 100. That equals 900. And then we're going to divide by this one, by 25. So I'll use my calculator. I'll take 900 divided by 25 is 36. So my answer is 36%. I need the symbol because my question was what percent. So my answer has to have the symbol. All right, so now we're going to try another one. This one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to say 15 is 20% of what number? Still a question, but it's a little bit different question. So this says 15 is, and now it says 20%. So this one has the percent of what number? We don't know, but we're going to look for a number because the question is asking for a number. So I have is over of equals percent over 100. So if I use my numbers, I have 15 is, so it goes on top. I have 20%. Well, it's a percent. The percent goes in the top. And the number that goes on the bottom is always 100. And now we're missing this number because it says what number. So I'm going to use the letter N for number because that's what I'm looking for is N. To solve, you're going to multiply these two. So 15 times 100 should be 1,500. And then you're going to divide. Oops, not there. Sorry. You're going to divide by 20. So divided by 20 is 75. So my answer is 75. That's a number, so that's all I need is just the number, 75. Okay? All right, let's try another one. How about 50% of what number is 95? Now I'm going to go through and look at what I know. I have 50%. That's a percent. And then I have is 95. So my proportion is over of equals percent over 100. My is 95. My of, it says of what number? I don't know. Equals my percent, 50. 50 is the percent because they both have the symbol. On the bottom is always 100. So I'm looking for what number, so I'm going to use n. And then to solve, you're going to multiply. So I get 9,500. And then I'm going to divide by 50, because here's my 50. So I take 9,500 divide by 50. I get 190 is my answer. And that's a number, not a percent. It's a number. All right, let's try another one. This one's going to be a little bit different too. Let's try what number is 60% of 20? So let's look to see what we have. What number, that's the question, is 60%, so this is a percent, of 20. So my proportion is over of equals percent over 100. What number is? I don't have an is. I have a percent, which is 60, because the symbol, right, it's percent. 100 goes on the bottom. And then I have of 20. 20 goes on the bottom because it's an of. Of goes on the bottom. So that means I'm missing this number. So what number? So I'm going to put an N because I'm missing a number. And now I'm going to multiply here. 60 times 20 is 1,200. And then I'm going to divide by 100. So when I do that, you're going to use a calculator. So 1,200 divided by 100 is 12. My answer is 12. And that's a number, not a percent. Okay, so let's try one. So remember, when we're doing these, your proportion that you need is over of equals percent over 100. So here's the question. What percent of 50 is 75? So go through, look for what you have. It says what percent, so that's a percent. Okay, of 50 is 75. So you make your two fractions. My is 50, right? Is. So our is 75. So 75 of is 50. 100 is always on the bottom. And we're looking for a percent because it says what percent. So the letter P. And to solve, multiply. So 75 times 100 is 7,500. And then you divide by 50. And you'll be using that calculator. So 7,500 divided by 50 is 150. And this one I need a percent symbol because the question said what percent. So be careful on which ones you need a symbol. So what you need to do now is you need to go into Canvas and do the next part of Canvas. Good job. See you later.